quantities. So it's used for comparing two quantities. For example, the ratio of A to B can be written as, it can be written in two ways. It can be written as A by B or A is to B. And the proportion is nothing but it's an equality of two ratios. We write ratios to proportions to help us establish equivalent ratios and solve for unknown quantities. For example, A by B is equal to C by D. This is a proportion. And why do we use this such proportions is because we need to find out the quantity. For example, if 3 cups of rava has to be mixed with 1 cup of sugar to get a kesari bath or to get any sweet. Okay, so what we need is 3 cups of rava and 1 cup of sugar. So 3:1. So we have to mix rava and sugar in the ratio of 3:1. So if, for example, if someone is using 6 cups of rava, then to calculate the number of cups of sugar that we have to use, so we would calculate that using the ratios. So this is a normal way of using ratio proportions. And we'll be covering these concepts again when we are solving questions. And what are percentages? Percentages are nothing but percent. For every 100, what is the value? So percentage is the number or a ratio that can be expressed as a fraction of 100. So for example, 10% can be written as 10 by 100. And in decimal, this is in fractions. In decimal, we write it as 0.1. Or 90% can be written as 90 by 100. And this can also be written as 0.9. So this is in decimals form, this is in fractions, and this is in percentages. So you have to keep note of this. And for example, whenever they say that a certain quantity has increased by X%, what you have to do is you need to add, if it has increased by X%, you need to add 1 plus X by 100. This is what you would do. And then you would multiply the term that is already there. So if the principal has increased by, if P is the principal amount and it has increased by X%, then the final amount would be P into 1 plus X by 100. So X is the percent. So always be sure whenever they say some percentage, you always should divide by 100. If they give you 50%, then it should be 50 by 100, or you can directly take the decimal as 0.5. What we normally when we are solving these questions, for example, if there are any question where they ask you that a certain quantity has increased by 10%, so normally what we do is we directly take it as 1.1. That is 1 plus 10 by 100. So if it has increased by 10%, then it is, we multiply the quantity by 1.1. And this is why we multiply by 1.1. We take 1 plus 10 by 100. This is equal to 1.1 times the quantity. And if it has decreased by 10%, what we do is we minus 10% from 1 from the quantity. So this would be 0.9 times the quantity. So this is how we do it. For example, if some quantity has decreased by 25%, so what we would do is we'll just multiply 0.75 into that quantity to get the final quantity. So this 0.75 has come from 1 minus 25% divided by 100. And this is 1 minus 0.25, which is equal to 0.75. So this is how we calculate the final value whenever they give you any percentage increase or percentage decrease. And while solving each question, we'll again come back to the basics and we'll solve each question through the basics itself. So these ratio, proportions, and percentages and mixtures are all the most tested topic in UPSC. And since there are a lot of questions in this topic, we'll be starting with the PYQs itself, or else it will take a lot of days to complete this topic. So I hope everyone has come now. We'll start with the session today. So we'll start with solving PYQs itself, previous year's questions of UPSC CSAT itself. We will not be referring any other exams question because we already have sufficient questions from CSAT itself. So So we'll start with the first question. Take around 3 minutes to solve this. I hope this question is visible. So I'll start the timer. Please take 3 minutes to solve this question. Yeah, the time is up. Please select the options that you have got. So there are only 4 votes. Please select the options that you have got. 50% have got option A, 20% have got option B, 30% have got option C, and nobody has got option D. So we'll see how to solve this question. So what they've asked is, so in a rare coin collection, there is 1 gold coin for every 3 non-gold coins. 10 more gold coins are added to the new collection, and the ratio to the collection and the ratio of gold coins to the non-gold coins would be 1:2. Based on the information, the total number of coins in the collection now becomes. So what they're saying is, for every, let's take n as the number of non-gold coins. It would be number of non-gold coins, and GB, the number of gold coins. So what they're saying is, for every 1 gold coin, there is 3 non-gold coins. 3 non-gold coins. For every 1 gold coin, there is 3 non-gold coins. So we have G is equal to 3n. So whatever the number of, sorry, I'll just know this. What they're saying is, please be very careful here. What they're saying is, for every 3 non-gold coins, there is 1 gold coin. So the number of non-gold coins has to be 3 into gold coins. From this diagram, they are saying that for every 3 non-gold coins, there is 1 gold coin. So n is equal to 3g. Now what they are saying is, if 10 more gold coins are added to the ratio, so to the collection, and the ratio of the gold coins to non-gold coins would be 1:2. So what we are doing is, we are adding 10 more gold coins. Now in this earlier, n by g is equal to 3/1. I'll just remove this to your confusion. So n by g is equal to 3:1. And what they are saying is, 10 gold coins is being added. So ratio of gold coins to non-gold coins. Gold is g plus 10, non-gold is n, and this g plus 10 upon n is equal to 1:2. And then we have n is equal to 3g. So we have g plus 10 upon 3g is equal to 1/2. And this can be written as 2g plus 20 is equal to 3g. And we have g is equal to 20. And now we know that g is equal to 20. So n is equal to 3 into 20. That is equal to 60. And we had to calculate n plus g plus 10. N is 60 plus g is 20 plus 10. That is equal to 90. So please be very careful here. Don't make the same mistake that I did. Whatever ratio they are saying, just write it down here. Gold upon non-gold. In gold coins, they've added 10 more golds. Earlier, the gold coins were G. N was non-gold coins. And then you have to set up this equation, G plus 10 divided by N is equal to 1/2. Then substitute the value of N is equal to 3G here. And then it becomes this equation. And then you multiply this, you would get 2G plus 20 is equal to 3G. Then G is equal to 20. And we know that N is equal to 3 into G. So N is equal to 60 coins. Gold coins are 20. And then additional 10 coins, gold coins were added. So total coins were 60 plus 20 plus 10. That is equal to 90. I hope there is no more issue in this question. If you still have any doubts, please raise your hand. Yeah, the time is up. Please select the options that you have got. Around 62, the majority have got the 60 option B, and 20% have got option A. 20% have got option C, and nobody has got option D. We'll see how to go about this question. So what the question is saying is, a gardener increased the area of his rectangular garden by increasing its length by 40% and decreasing its width by 20%. The area of the new garden is. So what we can do is, they are saying that the gardener has increased the length and decreased the width by certain percentages. And then they are asking you to calculate the new area. So let the earlier length be L. Let the length be L and the breadth be, or the width be W. So the width be W. And the earlier area was L into W. This is the area of rectangle. This is the area of rectangle. Length into breadth, or length into width. Now what they are saying is, the length he has increased it to. So we'll take L1. Length he has increased by 40%. So L1 is equal to L into 1 plus 40 by 100. And this would be 1.4L. And width 1, the new width is, he has decreased it by 20%. That is W into 1 minus 20 by 100. And this is equal to 0.8 W. So this is 0.8 W. And the new area, that is A1, is equal to L1 into W1. And this is equal to, L1 is 1.4L into W1 is 0.8 W. And this, if we multiply 14 into 8, that is 1.1, 14 8 are 112. If you are considering the decimal, it would be 1.12 LW. You know that LW is A. This is equal to 1.12 A. So the area has increased by 12%. Why it is 12%? Because this is 1.12 times of A. So I hope you have understood this. The correct option is option B. If you have any doubts, please ask, or else we'll move to the next question. Okay, I hope there is no doubt here. So we'll move to the next question. Take 3 minutes to solve this question. The time is up. Please select the options that you have got. So my majority have got the correct answer. That is 92% have got C. But still we'll see how to solve this question. As per the agreement with the bank, a businessman had to refund a loan in some equal installments without interest. After paying 18 installments, he found that 60% of his loan was refunded. How many installments were there? So they're asking what was the total final installments that were initially there. So what we can do is, let's take L be the amount of loan amount, the total loan amount that he has taken, and N be the amount of the money that for each installment. That would give you, let I be the amount of installments, and that would give you the total number of installments. This is the total number of, N is the total number of installments. So, and what they're saying is, after paying 18 installments, 18 into I, they found out that 60% of his loan was refunded. So 18I, amount of each installment is I. After 18 installments, that was equivalent to or equal to 60% of his loan. That is 0.6L. And then each individual installments amount is equal to 0.6L divided by 18. And that we would substitute it in this equation. It is L by I is equal to N. And I we have simplifies L. I we have 0.6 L divided by 18. The 18 goes to the numerator. L gets cancelled. And this is, you can also write 0.6 as 6 by 10. This goes here. We have 6 ones are 6 threes are. So we have N is equal to 30. So the total installments that were there in the agreement. So that was N. N we have to calculate N is 30. If they had asked how many installments were remaining, then you had to calculate 13 minus 18. That was the remaining installments. So please read the question carefully and mark whatever variable that you have to calculate here, so that you don't miss any, you don't make silly mistakes here. So if there are any doubts, please ask, or else we'll move to the next question. We'll move to the next question. Take 3 minutes to solve this question. Yeah, the time is up. Please select the options that you have got. 67% have got option B, 25% have got option A. Nobody has got option C, and 8% have got option D. So we'll see how to go about this question. So what they're asking is, in a test, a candidate attempted only 8 questions and secured 50% marks in each of the questions. If he obtained a total of 40% in the test and all the questions in the test carried equal marks, how many questions were there in the test? So they are asking the total number of questions that was there in the test. Let that be N. So we need to calculate N here. So please mark this variable here and circle it so that you don't forget it. And the given data is a candidate attempted only 8 questions and secured 50% marks in each of the questions. So the marks that he has got is he has solved 8 questions. Let the marks for each question be N. And for each question, he has scored 50% of the marks. The total marks that he has scored is 8 into M into 0.5. The marks that he has obtained. This is the marks obtained. That is equal to 8 questions. M be the marks for each question, and he has got 50%. That is 0.5 into for the each question, 0.5 into M. And that they're saying that value is equal to 40% of the total marks allotted for the test. So that is 40% the total marks. Let the total marks is, let the total, we have the total questions for N, and the marks for each question is N. So this is the equation that we have to solve. So we can cancel M and M here, and then we have 8 into 0.5 divided by this 40 by 100 is 0.4. It is equal to N. And then we have 0.4 into 20 times is equal to 8. And then we have 20 into 0.5 is 10. So the total number of questions that were there in the test were 10 questions. I hope you understood the solution for this. If you still have any doubts, you can please raise your hand and ask it. If there are no more doubts, we'll move to the next question. Okay, we'll move to the next question. Please take 3 minutes to solve this question. Yeah, the time is up. Please select the options that you've got. Around the majority have got around, that is 64% have got option A, 14% have got option B, 22% have got option C, and nobody has got option D. We'll see how to go about this question. There are 2 equal glasses of the same milk. same type, two equal glasses of same type are respectively 1/3 and 1/4 full of milk. They are then filled with water and the contents are mixed in a pot. What is the ratio of milk and water in the pot? So there are two similar bottles, containers, equal glasses. They both are similar. That is, the capacity of the two glasses are same. Since they have not given anything, let's take it as 1 liter. So 1 liter is there. And initially 1/3 of this thing was filled with milk. And in the second class, 1/4 was filled with milk. So we have milk and we have water. So initially in the class 1, it was glass 1 and glass 2. 1/3 was milk, and then water was added to fill this glass. So 2/3 was water. 2/3 means we have taken this as let this be 1 liter. So 2/3 liter was water. In the second class, 1/4 was milk, and then 3/4, the remaining part, was water was added. Water was added. And how do we get this 2/3? We subtract 1/3, or from 1 we subtract 1/3, and 3/4 we subtract 1/4 from 1. So the remaining portion was water here. So this is 2/3 is from this, 3/4 is from this. And what they're asking is, and then the content of these two glasses are then poured into a pot. There is a bigger pot here. So they are pouring this thing in this pot. And then they're asking what is the ratio of milk and water in the pot. Since we know the individual content here, and then everything, these two glasses are then filled here. So the total, so they're asking the ratio as milk upon water. So the total milk was 1/3 plus 1/4, and the total water was 2/3 plus 3/4. So this is what they have asked. What is the ratio of milk and water in the pot? This is milk, 1/3 liters and 1/4 liters that we are adding it. And water was 2/3 liters and 3/4 liters. And then you have to calculate this. This is 4 plus 3/4 into 3 divided by 8 plus 9 divided by 4 into 3. 4 into 3, 4 into 3 gets cancelled. We have 4 plus 3 is 7. 8 plus 9 is 17. So the ratio of milk and water is 7/17. So the correct option is option A. So majority have got the correct answer. If you still have any doubts, you can raise your hand, or else we'll move to the next question. Okay, I hope there is no more question in this problem. We'll move to the next question. Please take 3 minutes to solve this. Yeah, the time is up. Please select the answers that you've got. 67% have got option C, 33% have got option B. So I think people are still doing this question. I'll wait for another 30 seconds so that you can complete your calculations. And please, once you're done, please select the options that you've got. So we have A 25%, B 38%, and C 37%, and nobody has got option D. This is a curious case because the correct option is option D. We'll see how to go about this. So what they're saying is a person had ordered 5 pairs of black socks and some pairs of brown socks. The price of black pair was twice that of the brown pair. While preparing the bill clerk interchanged the number of black and brown pairs by mistake, which increased the bill by 100%. What was the original pairs of brown socks in the original order? What was the number of pairs of brown socks in the original order? So let the number of brown pairs be n. this is the pair of brown socks that was there. Let n be the pair of brown socks, and we have 5 pairs of black socks. And the one more piece of data that they have given is price of a black pair was thrice that of the brown pair. So let the price of black pair is equal to thrice that of the brown pair, 3 times the price of brown pair. So now what they're saying is, once the original bill should have been the number of pairs of brown pairs, number of pair of brown pairs into the price of the brown pairs, and the number of pairs of black socks into the price of black. But instead of that, he had interchanged this n and 5, and hence the total bill was increased by 100%. So what we'll do is first calculate the original price that was there, the amount. The original amount was, or original bill was, we had n pairs of brown socks. So we had n pairs of brown, and this was price of brown for each pair. Price of the brown socks for each brown socks was P of brown into n. N was the number of pairs of brown socks, plus, and then we have black socks, so 5 pairs of black socks, and then we have P of black socks. This was the original amount, and after this, by mistake interchanged these pairs. So the amount mu would be 5 into price of brown plus n into price of black. So after interchanging, this is the new amount, and what they're saying is the new amount was 100% more than the old amount. So amount new was 100%, that is 1 plus 100 by 100 times the old amount. So it increased by 100%. So this would be 2 into the old amount. This is the amount new. This is the equation that we have got. Here, what we would do is we would substitute the price of black in these equations, and then we would equate it in this equation. Let this be equation 1, equation 2, and this is equation 3, and let this be equation 4. So we would substitute the value of this here. So I would take this as A. Instead of amount, I would take this as A. N into P brown plus 5 into P of price of black is 3 times the price of brown. This P of brown 3 into this. This is equal to N P of, I will take it as just as B brown, and then 15 P of brown, and then the amount new is equal to 5 into price of brown plus N into price of black. Again, I will take it as 3 to price of brown is equal to 5 into price of the brown socks, and N into 3N into price of the brown socks. And then we would, in this equation, we would substitute it. I'll just use the calculation here. I don't have space here, so I'll just do the calculations here. So I'll use this space. So we have this amount new is equal to 2 into amount. We have this amount as 2 into N EBR plus 15 EBR and this AN is equal to 5 PBR, this 3N PBR, and if we take common PBR, that is price of each brown pair, we apply 5 plus 3N is equal to 2 into PBR into N plus 15. We could cancel this too. So then we have 5 plus 3N is equal to 2 into N plus 15. Then we can open this bracket, 5 plus 3N equal to 2N plus 15. If we move this here, N is equal to 15 minus 5 is equal to 10. Here.
Sir, 2N plus 30 and 35. Calculate.
Okay.
5 plus 3N is equal to 2N
Yeah,
plus
sure.
30.
Okay. Thank you. So this is 2N plus 30. Then this would be 30 minus 5. That is 25. So I hope this is clear. If you still have any doubts, please ask on this question. Yeah, the time is up. Please select the votes. I mean, the answer that you've got. 80% have got option A, and that's the correct answer. And option B, 20% have got. Nobody has got option C and option D. Let's see how to go about this question. So what they're saying is the monthly income of Peter and Paul are in the ratio 4:3. Their expenses are in the ratio 3:2. Each saves 6,000 at the end of the month. Their monthly incomes respectively are. So the monthly incomes of Peter and Paul are in the ratio 4:3. So we'll take the monthly incomes of Peter and Paul as, since it's in the ratio of 4:3, we'll take it as 4x and 3x. Let this be the income of, this is Peter and this is Paul. And the same way, their expenses were 3:2. So we would take that expenses as 3y and 2y. This is of Peter's. This is expenses and this is the income. Paul's income is 3x, expenses is 2y. So income minus expense is equal to savings. So we would, and both their savings was 6,000 rupees. So Peter's income and expenses, if we subtract 4x minus 3y is equal to 6,000, and then Paul's income was 3x, and this is in expenses was 2y. It's also 6,000, and we have to calculate both Peter's and Paul's incomes. So to solve this linear equation, I would first try to eliminate the variable y. So what I'll do is I'll multiply this 1 by 2 and this equation by 3. I would get 8x minus 6y is equal to 12,000. And then this is 9x minus 6y is equal to 18,000. Just cancel this. This is minus x is equal to minus 6,000. X is equal to 6,000. So we know that x is 6,000. And so the income of Peter is 4x. And the income of Paul is 3x. 4x would be 4 into 6,000 rupees. X is 6,000 here. It is 6,24,000. This is Peter. This is power. This is 3 into 6,000. That is 18,000. So the incomes of Peter and Paul respectively are 24,000 and 18,000. The correct option is option A. I hope you have got this. If you still have any doubts, please ask. That people have. We'll meet tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Thank you for coming. Good night.